Kerlow, animatore 3D e autore del libro The Art of 3D Computer Animation and Effects. Collabora con Disney e con View realizzando il workshop Storytelling for Animated Shorts.
We are here at View Conference 2009 in company with Isaac Kerlow, one of the greatest artists in 3D animation and author of the successful book The Art of 3D Computer Animation and Effects. So what did the experience at Disney mean for you?
Working at Disney was a lot of fun. A lot of fun because there's during the 10 years that I was there were very creative people that are my peers and my colleagues, and it's very nice when you work with people that you respect and admire and people that you can learn from. And even though Disney is a big corporation and there's many people who work there, it's you can find enough interesting things. At least I was able to find enough interesting things during the 10 years that I was there to keep me engaged and learn. It was every project, because the quality that Disney wants to achieve is always so high. You have to push yourself because you have to find ways to deliver the best looking image, the best animation, and sometimes, contrary to what people think, some of the projects at Disney are made with limited budgets. I mean, not everything has $1 million, or like $100 million behind. Some projects are made with limited budgets, and those were the projects that I really liked, because you had to deliver Disney quality with budgets that were modest. So you had to be really creative.
Thank you. So could you tell us something about the book you wrote?
Yeah, the book that I wrote, it's called The Art of 3D Computer Animation and Effects. I wrote that, the first edition, in, I don't know, like 10 or many years ago, I don't know how many. And it was basically the course notes for my computer animation class. At the time, the computer programs didn't have any manuals, and you couldn't buy books on animation. So I wrote these notes for my students, and a couple of years later, I published them as a book, the first edition, which it was almost black and white. It had just like 10 color images, and it was very thin. And it was very successful because it was really the first book that had all this information in a book. So it did very well. The publisher asked me to make a second edition, and all these years later, we are now in the fourth edition. It's 500 pages, full of information about modeling, rendering, production, pre-production, development, compositing, visual effects, all that stuff. And it's very rich. It's packed with information, and I had a lot of fun writing it. It's a lot of work. It takes me about 7 months of almost full-time work to throw away half of the book and add that half back new.
So here at View Conference 2009, you host a workshop on storytelling. What would you like to teach to people following this workshop?
Okay, the workshop that I teach tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow, Saturday, I hope you all come. Well, not all of you, because there won't be room for you in the room, but some of you. I teach a workshop on storytelling. It's very short. I think it's only an hour long. But what I want to do is talk about the techniques, the basic techniques for writing classical stories for movie format, for animation, that are very safe and very easy. So what I think people should know is the techniques that allow you to write a story that has a high chance of being successful. Then as people get more creative, not more creative, more experienced and more develop their writing skills, you can take more risks. But at the beginning, I think it's better to follow these basic rules. And there are actually a lot of really successful animated shorts that follow just these basic classical rules and are very, very good movies. So that's the purpose of my workshop tomorrow.
Okay, so good luck. And as a last question, have you got any dream or professional ambition for the future?
Any dream or professional ambition for the future? Yeah, I have I'm working on an animated feature. I'm developing a movie about a boy who has to go and rescue his father from this magic world. And so I'm taking my time writing the story. because I want it to be really, really good. And when I'm done, I'll take it around, find a producer, make the movie. In the meantime, I'm writing and directing documentaries. And I just finished shooting a documentary about the people who live around a volcano in the Philippines. So I was shooting in the Philippines 3 weeks ago during the typhoon. So we got there and there was a typhoon, so we had to stay in the building the whole day. Then we went shot, and then next Friday another typhoon. So it was a really great experience. So my hope with that is to make 2 or 3 more documentaries the next year or 2 years. And this documentary, I am including some animation that illustrates the legend of the princess that supposedly is buried under the volcano, the princess and her lover. And so it'll be an interesting mixture of documentary with live action interviews and animation stuff.
So we wish you good luck, and we thank you for the time you want to give us. Good luck and goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.